In my opinion, since we got a minimum age for to be president, we should have a maximum age for presidency. We don't really need 70 and 80-year-olds to be president, especially when they're going to be extremely out of touch with society as it has drastically changed since they were growing up. Uh, we could keep it down to, 50 to 60.
This morning, we are learning more about President Biden's reelection campaign and about how his staff is making adjustments because of the president's age. He is now the oldest president ever elected and would be 82 years old on Inauguration Day in 2025 if he's reelected. His age is coming into focus after he fell last month while riding his bicycle. That accident less than 2 weeks after he stumbled while handing out diplomas at the U.S. Air Force graduation. Well, now the Biden campaign is working to try and reassure voters that the president is fit for office as we get closer to election season. I'd say we're in election season. NBC News Digital senior White House reporter Peter Nicholas joins us now with.
I personally don't care if they're fit for office or not. I mean, we had a president that was in a wheelchair. Um, I just don't like Biden's policies and his mindset. He's still too fixated on how he grew up and those kinds of ideas.
More on his reporting. Peter, good morning. You've done a lot of extensive reporting about what the Biden campaign is doing. So explain to us some of the steps they're taking here to try and make the rigors of the campaign a little easier for him.
Well, one thing they're doing is trying to minimize the chances of another fall. These stumbles on the part of President Biden are embarrassing. They're a threat to his health and safety. And they reinforce concerns that voters already have that at 80 years old, he's simply too old for the job. That's what polling shows. So they're having him walk up a shorter staircase to get to Air Force One, as opposed to taking the longer staircase that leads to that iconic doorway at the top of Air Force One. So he's going up to the belly of the plane, and that reduces the risk of a fall. That's one thing. Some things might be familiar to anybody of a certain age. He's using a larger font on the teleprompter when he gives speeches, relying more on hand notes, and also note cards. And also, when he goes to foreign summit meetings, he tends to skip the after-work dinners. Now, this is an important part of the ritual of these summit meetings where foreign leaders schmooze, they work out differences, they talk in a less structured, more informal environment.
Yeah, we kind of need younger presidents so they're not just tired all the time. Um, they can actually read the stuff that they need to because, everybody knows as you get older, your eyes get bad. This is why we should limit the age of a president.
President, in the last couple of trips has been going back to the hotel. So those are some of the concessions we're seeing.
So, Peter, we have to point out, with all this attention on President Biden's age, his potential opponent next year, the former President Donald Trump, is less than 3 years younger than him. And he has also had some questions surrounding his health. I'm reminded of the Reagan-Mondale quip during the '84 debate years ago. Is the Biden campaign planning to focus on Trump's age and health at all?
Well, I think that does undercut the Republican argument that Biden is too old. Trump, as you point out, is 77 years old. There's been some questions about his fitness. There was a moment when he was walking down a ramp at West Point where he looked like he was shuffling, having some difficulty descending. Another moment where he drank a glass of water with using two hands. And at 77, it's going to be hard. He'll be hard pressed to make the argument that Biden is over the hill. That's what we're hearing from White House aides. So they feel also that Biden's experience is important as well, and that comes with age.